kept a small notebook beside his bed, not for poems or grocery lists, but for ideas that refused to leave him alone. One night, he scribbled 3 words and then stopped. The next morning, those 3 words would lead to a decision that quietly changed how thousands of Pakistanis would connect with the world. But that first unfinished line was the moment few saw. An engineer, an administrator, and later an entrepreneur, all rolled into one man who preferred solving problems to celebrating victories. Wahaj Siraj began with the kind of training that makes a person think in blueprints and solutions. A mechanical engineering degree from UAT Lahore taught him how things were built. A master's at the University of Melbourne taught him how to think about systems. Early work as a design engineer in Saudi Arabia sharpened his technical instincts and gave him a sense of discipline. Those years abroad were quiet but formative. They set the stage for a return home with something more than a diploma, an idea that technology could change lives if the right policies and infrastructure were put in place. Back in Pakistan, Wahaj chose the public sector, spending over 14 years crafting the rules and frameworks that would let technology scale. As Assistant Technological Advisor at the Ministry of Science and Technology, and later as Deputy Director at ComSats, he worked on national science and technology policy and early broadband governance. He pushed for ICT integration into government systems, and as Principal Staff Officer, IT, at the Ministry of Information Technology and Telecommunication, he helped shape the policy scaffolding for Pakistan's early internet. Those roles were far from glamorous meetings, papers, and long negotiations, but they laid the foundation that private industry would later build on. In 1996, when dial-up connections still sounded like static orchestras, Wahaj played a hand in launching one of Pakistan's first ISPs. That work helped bring the internet from obscure to usable, and it taught him that access was only half the battle. Affordability and reliability mattered just as much. His efforts in 2002 with Micronet Broadband, which introduced the country's first commercial DSL service, marked a turning point. Suddenly, homes and small businesses could afford steady internet. For many, that was the first real taste of the online world's possibilities. But Wahaj didn't stop at incremental change. In 2006, he co-founded Nayatel with a clear mission: to deliver telecom services that were fast, dependable, and customer-centered. Nayatel was the bet that fiber, not flaky copper or inconsistent wireless, would be the future. Under Wahaj's leadership as CEO, the company brought fiber to the home to Pakistan, bundling high-speed internet, HDTV, and telephony over single optical cables. What began as a local venture in Islamabad grew into a brand known across cities like Rawalpindi, Islamabad, Peshawar, and Multan. People started to associate Nayatel with uptime, service quality, and a responsiveness that felt rare in the telecom world. Wahaj's approach combined technical foresight with a humane leadership style. He pushed for advanced infrastructure. Nayatel rolled out 10 Gbps XGPON services and early IPv6 adoption while building a company culture rooted in integrity and customer care. He led the organization with a focus on operational excellence. Networks engineered to perform, teams trained to support, and processes designed to keep promises to subscribers. Recognition came naturally. In 2018, he won the ICT Distinguished National Innovation Award, a nod to both technological achievement and public impact. Beyond fiber and protocols, Wahaj saw business as a platform for social good. He founded the Siraj Foundation to advance education, healthcare, and basic infrastructure in underserved communities. Clean water, schools, healthcare access. These were not side projects, but part of a broader belief that connectivity should lift entire communities. He frequently mentors entrepreneurs and speaks at forums about ethical leadership, digital literacy, and inclusive growth. In 2023, the industry also recognized his leadership when he was elected Vice Chairman of the Telecom Operators Association of Pakistan, TOA. In that role, he has pushed for fair competition, policy reform, and a stronger digital ecosystem, the same interests he focused on as a public servant, now amplified by industry influence. Wahaj's story is one of transitions, from engineer to policymaker, from civil servant to entrepreneur, from building rules to building networks. Throughout, the through line has been practical curiosity a desire to see technology not as an end, but as a means to empower people. Today, as Pakistan accelerates toward a more digital future, his priorities remain clear: expand fiber access, integrate smarter network management, including AI, and ensure that digital progress includes everyone. That unfinished line in his notebook, it became a habit. Start small, build reliably, and never stop thinking about the next person whose life will be improved. In the end, Wahaj Siraj's legacy is less about the cables in the ground and more about the connections they enable between towns and cities, between people and opportunity, and between ambition and service.